Anyways, I really just be wanting to go to sleep, but let me. Here's from. This is just kind of annoying. Okay, here's from this week, Tana 35, part 1. Also, the way now I'm gonna have to upload 3 videos to YouTube, so that's like, because Emily called me, so it's like a little annoying. It's 1:38 a.m., so let's just get right into it, to the reactions. I really don't have that many. Oh, you were kind of sick, and I was just wanting to know how you're doing now. Are you feeling better? Let me know. Oh, and then in the recordings last week, you farted, and it was like really funny. Like, it just really was funny. But also, the first time I listened to it, I like remember exactly like where I was and like the position I was in and like things like that in my room. But like you farted, and then like 1 second after, like I also farted. So that is just kind of super soulmate type behavior. Anyways. And then it's funny because you're like, I'm just so like I hate my mind sometimes and all these things. And then you proceeded to tell me like what you had thought, and the thing that you thought was, let me just lick those words right off your lips, talking about Namjoon and how he was like, I don't like the Grammys and all that. And firstly, I felt like that was like 1,000 billion% like understandable, like your words. Like I was like, this isn't like that's not like gross, it's like understandable, like same, like you're just like the real innovative thinker here. Anyways, and then okay, it's funny because I do not feel like telling this story right now, but anyways, I will tell it anyway. Like, this one is like a whole story type of note. But so you were saying how, or you were reacting to how I drew a picture of Jimin, and it turns out like 2 other people in different classes also drew Jimin, and it was the exact same picture. So like shocking, like that, all that things. So anyways, I kept meaning to ask him to show me, because he said he would like show me, like take a picture and things like that. And then one day in class he was like, Bella, like, is this it, And then he like put it on like the big screen for like the whole class to see. And when I first asked him, just to give you a little recap, like I remember I showed it to him and he's like, who is that? And I was like, oh, it's like Jimin of BTS. And then he was like, because I have like 2 other people doing it in different classes. And I was like, oh, like, is it the same member? And he was like, yeah, it's the same picture. And like, I feel like I wouldn't have trusted that he would know if it was the same person or not, like, how these locals be. However, him saying it was the same picture, I was like, there's no way you can like mistake like different Koreans when it's like literally the same picture, And so I was like sold by that. He pulls up a picture. It is not Jimin. They're not even, the dude wasn't even in BTS. The hairstyle wasn't even the same, which obviously they have different hairstyles and things like that, but Bestie was rocking like a long mullet, and my art teacher wouldn't know that they have different hairstyles. It was Felix from Stray Kids. I don't know if you know who that is, but like he's like pretty much, I mean, I guess I know like 2 Stray Kids members, but he's kind of like infamous. He has like the freckles, if you know who I'm talking about, but they look nothing alike. And it's funny because Emily, who like can't tell apart BTS, she can like tell apart Jimin though, and Namjoon, and like that's it. Like, she saw it and she knew it was not Jimin. And I was like, that is like not the same picture. And I was like, that's not even the same person. Like, they're not even in the same band. And then he was like, oh. And I'm pretty sure the one of Felix was a side profile picture, and Jimin's, the one I drew, was literally a front profile picture. So I was honestly like really shocked that I was just really shocked. I just was really, really shocked. And then he proceeds to pull up the next one, and he's like, what about this one? And I'm like, no, like, it's not the same person. That dude I didn't even recognize. And so, yeah, so it actually was not this whole crazy coincidence that we thought it was, of just all these armies simping over Jimin and saving the same exact picture by coincidence, because they were from different bands. Who knows if the other guy was even Korean? Like, maybe he was like a J-pop star. Like, I don't freaking know, because I didn't know who it was, because it was not Jimin. So yeah, so my art teacher is kind of like major lame sauce, because he also is just generally lame sauce too. So that just kind of further proved his lame sauceness. So yeah. Anyways, so that's honestly like just kind of really shocking, I feel. But like the fact that he like had the audacity to be like, it's the same picture, and I knew that there was a good chance he would be like, man, like two Asian dudes, like they are the same, which is why I clarified. I was like, are you sure they're like the same person, like the same member of the band, like, you know? And he sure had me fooled, thinking that it was indeed all these Jimins, saying that it was the same picture when it just really was like drastically different pictures. So yeah, that's just really cute of that moment in both of our lives. Anyways, moving on. Oh, you were talking about the rapper guy from church, and so fun fact, I followed him on Instagram. Like last week or the week before, Bestie definitely posted on Instagram like a whole like prom thing, and he was looking real cozy with a girl. So basically it's funny because I will be like, man, like all these dudes, like they be having crushes on me, like they're looking at me like they probably think I'm so cute, like whatever. And apparently he didn't, because he probably has a girlfriend. So I am just a little bit of a clown, I feel. Which also is kind of my mom hyping me up, being like, yeah, I saw him looking at you, like, obviously he would think you're pretty, so, like, it wasn't just me, but, anyways, but also went back on his Instagram, because he posted something today, and I was like, have I liked every single, because I was, like, wondering if I should like it, and I was like, have I liked every single one of his posts, except the one of him, like, at prom, because that would be a little awkward if I liked all of them except for the prom picture with the girl. And then I went back, and then it was the last one I didn't like, and that was an unrelated one, so I think I did like the one with him at prom. But the one with him at prom was deleted, so I was like, maybe they just broke up, I don't know. Anyways, it really does not be mattering, but, moving on. Oh, you were talking about on Levi, one of my edits, he had like a bow and it had a bee on it, and I was like, I know, like when I chose it, I was like, okay, like B for Bella, like claiming him. Oh, and then it had like good boy on it, and it's funny because I like typed that out myself, like I chose the words to put there, and I was like a little embarrassed to put good boy, because I feel like that's just kind of like an embarrassing thing to put, but I just liked it. I thought it was cute. And Taehyung definitely did say that he was like, I don't know which talk show it was, but I can like picture him, and like he looked like a teddy bear, and he was like, my name's V and I'm good boy, and he was like really cute. And then I think later, because you were talking about like Suga, and he was like, or did he say bad boy? I'm not like so sure about this, because I feel like I've seen this video like drastically less than the other one, so I'm like, does this even exist? But I'm pretty sure it does. I think one time, like a year or two later, Taehyung was like I'm bad boy, and it was like funny because before he was saying he was like good boy, and then I think Suga, like Yoongi, he was like making a joke, and he was like, I'm good boy, like after Taehyung had said that. I'm not sure though, but anyways, those are all my notes, so like not very much, but anyways, I guess I'm just gonna begin. Oh, also you were saying how like the edits were really good, and that they were like Pinterest like edits like you would find on Pinterest, and like that made me happy. I was like, thank you. I appreciate your compliment. It means a lot. Anyways, okay, I guess I should probably actually just stop this one, but yes. I'm like, you can send me any picture you want, and I will edit it all cute for you. I guess not any picture. I'm like, you can send me pictures of Levi, but doesn't really make sense. Also, don't look up, I don't even know if you can look things up, but don't look up for pictures of Levi, because you will find spoilers if you look. Don't look up anything Attack on Titan related. I don't even know if you're allowed to look things up, and even if you were, like, I don't really think you'd be like, man, I'm just gonna look up, like, pictures of Levi right now. Like, I don't think you would do that, but just saying, like, do not do that, because you will find spoilers. Anyways, I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm gonna start the next one. It's funny because it's 1:47 a.m. now. I was gone for a while because Emily texted me and I didn't want to end the recording, so I just went down to my brother and, like, DM'd her on my brother's phone. Also, he just recorded to me, or replied to me saying that it still was not working, so good thing I'm doing this, so kind of annoying. LOL, 2 more to go. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about my week a little bit. So Monday I had one of the first, like, graduation things. It wasn't really graduation, but it was, like, a celebration for the top 10. It was, like, and it was, like, at a Forney board meeting, I guess. So there was, like, celebration of the top 10 for Forney High School, and then it was North Forney High School, and then, like, just various other things. Like, I think, like, Warren Middle School cheer team was there. But anyway, so it was, like, at a board meeting. But, like, I had, like, an invitation thing, and it was, like, for, like, this top 10, like, ceremony, you know, is what it was called. Anyways, I invited Emily to go, even though there's, like, really no point in her going, like, to be honest. But I just, like, was gonna invite her. So I got all dressed cute. It's funny because I think I guess my mom took pictures, but I didn't look at any of them. But I got dressed all cute, and, like, was borrowing one of Emily's pink dresses, which I actually got for her, and I looked really cute, and I was, somewhat excited, and and my mom literally saw me wearing that dress, like, I was laying down in it at one point, and she, like, stepped over me, and then, like, whenever I got downstairs, like, and I had, like, been downstairs for, like, a second, and she was like, are you gonna wear that, like, and I was like, yeah, and she was like, I don't know, she was just saying, it wasn't, like, that good, and, like, it wouldn't really be fitting, and, like, it, like, almost implying that they wouldn't even let me in, and, like, that we were gonna be taking pictures, and, like, basically just, like, made me feel really bad about what I was wearing, and I was like, man, like, do you get deja vu? And I was saying, like, she's like, it's literally at it's at a board meeting, like, and you're gonna be wearing that, like, whatever, and I was like, it's, like, literally a ceremony, like, I don't know why I couldn't wear this, and then she was like, just, like, get, like, bring a cover up, like, bring a jacket or whatever, and I literally didn't even have anything like that would work with it, so I brought, like, this dumb jacket that, like, would have looked awful with it, and didn't wear it the entire time, because when we got there, like, all the other people were wearing dresses, not like as formal as mine, but, like, I'm already overdressed, so it was just proportional to the amount I'm already overdressed, you know, so it wasn't like everyone was wearing, like, jeans and a t-shirt, and I was out here in, like, a homecoming dress, you know. They were in, like, summer dresses, and I was out there in, like, a homecoming dress, so, you know, but, yeah, so I was just in a bad mood the entire time after that, like, I didn't even want to go after that, to be honest. And then, like, I remember me and Emily in the car, and we were kind of, like, whispering to each other, and then my mom said something like, you know, I can hear you guys, right, like, something like that, and, like, I did, but, like, it's not like I was gonna be talking, like, way loud for her to hear, like, and it's not like we were, like, gossiping about her, but just kind of, like, I don't even want to be here, or, like, I don't know exactly, but it was just kind of, I was just kind of, like, yeah, like, so, like, we're whispering because, like, you made me mad, like, what do you want me to do right now, bestie, like, it was just, like, why would you say that? Anyways, and then we were walking in there, and I was wearing a mask, and then she, like, puts her arm around me, and I just, like, don't really like it when, like, my mom touches me, so I was kind of like, oh, like, okay, I'm uncomfy right now, and then she was like, whenever you get up there, can you please take off your mask, like, for the pictures or something like that, and I was just kind of, like, annoyed at that, like, oh, because firstly, like, I did my eye makeup, and it just kind of looked weird, like, with like, with the rest of my face, you know? So, like, I knew it was gonna be fine because I was wearing the mask. And then also my skin is, like, so unbelievably bad right now. And so if I knew I was gonna be taking off my mask, I would have worn, like, foundation and concealer, like, on my face, you know? And so I was kind of annoyed at that. And then, like, also after, like, she already made me not even want to be there and, like, in a bad mood. And she was, like, giving me, like, these requests. Like, I was like, what? Anyways. And so then I was, like, up there. They gave us, like, these certificate things and, like, put us in line and we were gonna walk up there. Oh, the other thing is my yearbook picture is awful. Like, literally, like, top 10 worst pictures I've had in my life. That's, like, probably not true because I take some, like, bad pictures, but it is just an awful picture of me, like, objectively, like, and, like, people will try to tell me it's not, but, like, it really, really, like, objectively is just a horrible picture of me and doesn't even look like me. And, like, Emily agrees, like, straight up. She's like, yeah, that's, like, a really awful picture of you. Like, you should be embarrassed about that. Like, it is awful. So, like, I'm not just saying it. That sounds, like, dramatic as if she's, like, a horrible friend, but, like, I'll be like, that is just so embarrassing, and she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, girl, rather than, like, you should be embarrassed, you know, like, but she, like, understands that it just really is embarrassing, because it's just a horrible picture. So, as we walk up, they display our yearbook pictures, too, like, big for the whole room to see, so that's just a little embarrassing, which also they're going to be displaying them during graduation, and I just do hate that for me, so... Anyways, but whatever. I feel like I actually kind of have a lot to say, and I'm, like, annoyed at that. And also, like, I just never resent the, things to you, so I don't know why they weren't working, but that blows. Because I don't feel like sending these to you, actually. But anyways, and so then... what was I even talking about? Anyway, so then and then we were in line, and I was carrying, like, my phone and the jacket that my mom made me bring, and the certificate, and so, like, I was gonna go up there and be the only one with stuff in my hand, because no one else had to be carrying a cover-up, and so I was, like, fine with it. I was like, you want me to have these pictures, like, they're so important to you, like, and the jacket you made me take is gonna be in it, so... didn't care about that, and I was like, good. But then, like, she made Emily go, like, to the back of the line and, like, tap on the last person in line to, like, tell them, like, to, like, play telephone, telling me to, like, pass back the jacket so I wouldn't be in the picture. So, yeah, and then I was just, like, annoyed, and it was just annoying. Anyways, and then the next day was going to be the top 10 dinner. And earlier that day, on Monday, before the whole thing happened, I was texting her asking if Emily could go to that. And she was being, like, weird about it, like, saying, like, I want it to be, like, a family thing. And then I, like, responded something to her. And then she responded something back, and I was like, can we just talk about this later? Because I had, like, a bunch of good points, but I didn't really want to text them all out. And so she was like, yeah, but then the whole thing happened, so I wasn't going to talk to her about it then. But then after school on Tuesday, I was talk to her about it, and it was just really weird. It's funny because, like, to me, I didn't really feel like she wasn't listening to me, but I was describing the conversation to Emily, and she's like, I can see how you feel like your mom doesn't listen to you. And I was, like, dead, because I was like, that was, like, not one of the examples, but I'm glad it's just all the time, and I'm just, like, used to it, apparently. But I was basically saying, like, I was like, can we talk about that thing again? And then she was like, yeah. And then she was like, can I say, like, why? Or I was saying, like, I said, like, because I have, like, some good points and things like that. And she's like, I'm sure you do. Can I say, like, why, like, I was wanting it to, like her not to come, basically? And I was like, I mean, yeah, like, okay, like, I feel like I already know. And then she's like, I just was wanting it to be, like, a family thing. And I was like, yeah, like, you said that already. And then I was bringing up points like, firstly, we're going to be at, like, a literal dinner with, like, 9 other people and, like, all these teachers and, like, all their families. So I don't think that this is going to be, like, exactly a bonding situation for you and I when we're eating with literally, like, 30 other people. Including, like, Miss Boyd, my counselor, who was, like, because you can invite, like, one teacher, you know, and that was who I invited. So I was like, gonna be eating with her, you know, and, like, everyone else is, like, and someone else was also bringing their friends, which I said, and And then I was like, and so, like, I can't imagine it's gonna be, like, a great family bonding experience. And then I was like, and, like, if that's, like, really, like, important to you, like, we can just go on a walk later, and then it'll literally be just us two, you know? So, like, same difference. And then I was saying, like, also, like, it's, like, for me, like, I was the one who placed top 10, like, my hard work, you know? And then I was like, and also, like, it's already, like, a really uncomfortable situation, like, when you think about it, like, I'm just gonna be eating with, like, teachers and, like, people I don't know, so, and I just generally get uncomfortable in social situations, and so, like, I was like, it's, like, I'd be, like, anxious and uncomfortable, and, like, I wouldn't exactly get, like, the same kind of security from, like, my mom as I would, like, my friend, like, just, like, it just makes sense, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, I'm really comfortable, like, with my mom, you know, and yeah, I might have made more points, but, like, that was what I said, and then she was, like, saying something, like, I just, like, don't want a repeat of, like, yesterday, like, did you even see the pictures, like, you looked really upset, or, like, that was, like, what she implied, and then she was like, I just feel like if Emily's gonna be there, you're just gonna be like, this is stupid, like, why am I even here, and I was like, okay, well, literally, like, yesterday I was mad, like, that's why, like, I was like that, like, it was stupid, and I didn't want to be there, and I was like, it was literally, like, you were the one who made me mad, it wasn't because of Emily, and then she was like, she said something else, and she was like, I just don't want you to be, like, miserable the whole time, and I was like, I feel like if Emily doesn't come, then I will be miserable the whole time, like, I feel like if she, like, it does, like, Emily coming won't make me, like, in a bad mood or anything, like, it was literally, like, you with the dress, like, right before that, and, like, anyways, and then she said, like, I just want you to be, like, happy and, like, have a good time and, like, enjoy it, and then I was like, okay, like, it's, like, separate from the thing from yesterday, like, I don't know why you're, like, talking about that, and she's like, I'm not talking about that, like, separate from yesterday, like, I just still want you to have a good time, and I was like, and so, like, she said to me, well, like, you can do what you want to, like, just have a good time, and I was like, okay, like, Emily's coming then, and then we had a nice time, like, all three of us, I feel, and then we took some pictures with Mr. Jung, our principal, because me and Emily used to be, like, his fan at the time, and then we took a picture with Coach Moore and Miss Boyd and Miss Craven. It's funny because after we had dinner at Olive Garden, me and my mom and Emily, and we went to Brahms, and we invited Miss Boyd to go with us, and so she did, and we were just at Brahms eating together. I'm gonna start the next one. I don't know where. Okay, sorry. Okay, the last one, Tana 35 part 3. Anyways, I don't really remember Wednesday. All the last week though was like not spirit, but like senior dress week, and so there were certain like themes, you know. So like Monday was I just do not be remembering. Oh, my tummy made a noise. I don't remember what Monday was, but then Tuesday, there's so much to tell you, and I'm, like, annoyed, to be honest. I need to sneeze.
Oh, this is not the last one. There's another one after this.
Tuesday was wear something neon, and so Emily and I both have, like my neon green, like, long green skirt, you know? I wore that, and she has, like, one that's, like, similar, and then we both just wore black turtlenecks. And I wore my blazer and then my black cowboy boots. I'm pretty sure I've shown you that, like, that fit before. And then we were in the auditorium for, like, a senior meeting, and this is, like, so funny, but, that morning at school, and, like, the person was like, we're gonna start things how we always do with, like, good things, which is, like, weird of him to say, because I was like, who even are you? And, like, when I'd never start anything with good things, like, this isn't, like, some kind of, like, North Forney tradition, like, I don't know, like, what you're talking about, but anyways, and so then, like, two people said something, like, one person was like, the Sapphire Strider, like, spring show went well, one person said something else, and then Emily made a joke, like, man, like, he's so close, like, the feminine urge to just, like, it's funny, because there's some, like, TikTok slang that, like, or, like, social media slang that I'll just be using all the time, like, with Emily, and I'm like, you really just do not, like, know it, like, a lot of, like, you wouldn't understand a lot of it. And I'm pretty sure, like, one of the things is the feminine urge, which me and Emily say all the time, which I'm pretty sure is, like, after you left. So, anyways, so I hope you just don't really know what that means. But, basically she was just saying, like, man, like, I, like, really could just, like, raise my hand and, like, say that it's, or, because I think I was, like, one of us, I don't remember if it was me or her, but one of us made a joke about saying, like, it's Twin Tuesday, you know, as a good thing. And then she's like, man, like, I kind of, like, have the urge to raise my hand and say that, like, looking at him because he was, like, so close to us, you know, which is why she was saying that. And I was like, haha, like, don't do that, like, whatever. And we were just joking about it. And then, like, I remember, I think I, like, looked down, and all of a sudden, like, Emily, like, shot her hand up, and, and, like, a second later, he was, like, there. Like, it was, like, so sudden. Like, her hand was up, and he was there with the microphone in her hand, like, in front of her mouth. And she was saying to the entire auditorium full of the entire senior graduating class, she was like, it's Twin Tuesday. And I was, like, so embarrassed, because it was, like, not only is, like, the girl who's, like, obviously my best friend, because I'm sitting next to her, like, saying something in front of the whole, like, class, or not class, but, like, in front of everyone, like, it is Twin Tuesday, because I'm literally the girl next to her wearing the exact same thing as her. Like, we are twinning. I'm clearly associated with her being the one she was talking about, as I'm wearing the same clothes as her. And I was just, like, really embarrassed. Like, I will not lie. Like, I, like, wish she had not done that. And I was, like, hiding my face. Like, I just really was. And then anyways, it's funny, because then he was like, it's actually not Twin Tuesday, it's, like, Neon Day or something. And I was like, man, bestie not understanding. But, it's funny, too, because he was, like, kind of, like, really quiet for, like, a good second, and then people started, like, cheering. It was, like, one of the most surreal things I've ever experienced in my life, I feel. I wish you could have seen it. Anyways, I have, like, another thing to say, but I'm probably just going to tell you that next week, if I even remember. I feel like I will remember. Also, Seats in BTS's lap, I don't know what that is, but it sounds nice. I feel like we haven't said that one in a while. Anyway, so that was Tuesday. I don't really remember anything about Wednesday. Oh, you know what? Wednesday was, like, dressed as a senior citizen, and I wasn't even going to do it, but then that morning I was like, well, time to be a grandma. And I was just really comfortable that whole day. I just really was. And then I sent you a picture of that. And then Thursday was wear something like class of 2022, but I don't have any of that, so I just wore a normal uniform, and my fit was, like, so fire. Like, it just really was the most fire fit, like, I've probably worn, like, all year. Maybe not, but, like, it just was, like, such a good outfit. And I don't think I took a picture, so kind of loserville there, but yeah, I just really looked hot. And then Friday was wear something blue, so I wore my blue dress. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's, like, my blue dress. Anyways, and then, oh, and Emily wore, like, blue pajama pants, and there's this one, like, administrator named Mr. Webb, and he, like, hates us, and he's, like, really, like, rude all the time. And so we were walking, and we were, like really far away, and, like, I kind of heard him saying, like, they, like, don't even know what day it is or something like that, and I was kind of, like, confused. Because, like, that day, like, there were, like, a bunch of different dress-up things. Like, there's, like, seniors can dress as blue, and there was also, like, it was also, like, culture day, so, like, you could dress as things from your culture, and it was also, like, if you wore a spirit shirt, you could wear jeans. So it was, like, a bunch of things that day, that Friday, for some reason. And, like, I was, like, wondering, like, I was, like, is he talking about us? And then I was like, there was no one in front of us, so, like, he would have to be talking to us. And then when we were still really far away, he yelled at us, and he was like, now I know you girls, like, aren't, trying to wear that into school or something like that. And then we were walking up, and we were like, it's, like, it's, like, blue, like, dressed, like, blue for school, or for, like, seniors and things like that. And he was like, now, you're not going to tell me that that's blue. Like, you guys, please, because he was there for the top 10 dinner, so he saw, like, I mean, I was in the top 10, Emily just came with me, so, but he assumed we were both in the top 10, which she's, like, close, she's, like, 17, but he was like, I know you guys are smart, like, you guys are in the top 10, like, you're not going to tell me that that's blue. And he was talking about Emily's pants, which, like, when I saw them, like, I was like, that's blue, like, yeah, it sure is. And he was trying to say it's, like, green, and she was like, it's, like, teal, like, it's, like, literally, or, like, I don't think that's what she really explained it, but he was just like, you're not gonna try to, like, get past, like, us wearing, like, those, like, pants or something. And it was so ridiculous. And it was also the fact that, like, he first started it, like, I know y'all aren't trying to get away with that, and, like, y'all don't even know what it is, and, like, things like that. As if, like, what I was wearing wasn't, like, literally completely in dress code, like, blue. Like, he just, like, hates us. Like, why was he, like, acting as if I was also, like, not in dress code? It was literally ridiculous. And I just looked at him, and I was like, fine, we're gonna go around, like, and then he was like, and then he said something like, I don't even know, like, whatever, or, like, get mad about, like, he said something like, okay, like, be mad about not wearing blue or something like that. And I was like, why do you, like, anyways, it was ridiculous. We go inside, they let us in, because, like, her pants are, like, literally, like, the bluest pants I've seen in my life. And then we passed by Mr. Jung, who I had previously stated that we both were just fans of. And then, like, she was saying something like, the way I want to ask Mr. Jung, like, and be like, aren't my pants blue? Because Mr. Webb tried to, like, dress code me for them, saying that they weren't. And I was like, you just, like, should. And then we did. And then tell me why Mr. Jung, he was like, well, those kind of are, like, I can, like, there's, like, kind of a line, and, like, when it's blurry, like, you can't really tell, and, like, saying something like that. And he was like, have you ever gotten a dress code before? And she's like, no. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm just going to give you a warning and things like that. And then I was like, they let us in the front, though. And then he was like, yeah, I'm just going to give you guys a warning. Or, like, just Emily. And so we put it in, and then Emily started crying. And basically we just had a, like, bad day after that. And she was just like, we were in the counselor's office for, like, the first, like, 3 periods, to be honest. Because she was just, like, crying, which Miss Floyd wasn't there the whole time. She just let us stay there, and we were, like, doing our work. But basically it just turned out to be, like, not a very good day after that. And then there were, like, different people in the office, and she'd be like, is this, like, blue or green? And then, like, some people would be like, it's, like, both. And then she's like, but choose one. And then they would be like, some of them would be, like, green, and then she'd just keep crying, to be honest. She's like, it feels like they just, like, are saying they hate me. And, like, I understood that, to be honest. And it's funny because it sounds, like, dramatic, but, like, it, like, really just, like, made sense to me. Like, I was like, I would be crying about it, too, to be honest. It was just the fact that, like, I don't know. Anyways, it was just dumb. And then, but the day got fine after that. But that was just that Friday. And then, Saturday, I'm so sick of this. And then Saturday, the thing that was embarrassing that I was going to talk about was Saturday. And then Sunday, which is today, I kind of, like, was cleaning my room. And then, because we were going to go to church at 4 at the church far away. And then it was, like, 3:30, and I had literally been cleaning my room, or I was cleaning my bathroom in my room, which I will be sending you videos of before and after later. But I was cleaning my, like, I was mainly doing my bathroom. I, like, finished cleaning it. Like, I was cleaning for literally hours, and I was exhausted, and I really needed to shower. And I was going to wash my hair, too. But at that point, it was, like, too late to wash my hair, but I still could take a shower. But I was just so exhausted, and I still had, like, a ton to do, like, cleaning-wise. And so I went to my mom, and I was saying, like, you can just say whatever you want to this, but basically, like, I told her this situation, and I was like, so, like, if you still want to go, like, I can just take a shower now and, like, not clean, and we'll go. But otherwise, like, I would like to clean and, like, shower and things like that. And then she's like, it's fine, like, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay. So, like, we're just going to go next week. Because next week is, like, senior Sunday at my church. And so, but then, like, plot twist, I didn't really do anything from, like, 4 to, like, 10. So that just was really, really hot and sexy of me. So my room is, like, still messy. It just, like, sure is. However, for the most part, my floor in my room is kind of clear. But there's a ton of stuff on, like, my desk and, like, cabinet drawers and, like, things like that. But anyways, but the bathroom is clean. And I did, like, a lot of laundry. And then me and Emily FaceTimed. And then I took a shower just now. But I didn't wash my hair because I still didn't have enough time because I waited so long. But, yeah, I'm kind of, like, a little bit of a lame-o.
Was that it? I mean, there's another one after this. I guess that was the end of that one. Unfortunately, there is a part 4. So that is major, major lame sauce.
Okay, anyways, it's funny because, like, I don't even care anymore, like, about anything right now. Like, I'm, like, sorry that I'm just, like, lame right now because I could be telling you and this could just be so fun right now, but instead I'm just a little bit, not wanting to be awake right now, but basically, the thing that is embarrassing that I was gonna tell you, it, like, is kind of embarrassing. It's funny because I have not told anyone, and I don't really plan on telling anyone else except you, so I might, but, because, like, I have, like, an intrinsic, I don't know if that's even a word, desire to tell people. However, I am aware of the embarrassingness of it, so that's why I fear you may be the only one who ever finds out, but I'm not sure, because I almost told Emily the other day. But basically, the thing that is embarrassing is I decided to start to start a fan fiction about Levi, which is, like, so funny. Like, it's, like, really embarrassing, to be honest, but at the same time, like I'd be imagining scenarios of him at night, you know, and I like writing, and so, like, I feel, and, like, I don't know, like, I remember, like, saying how I was embarrassed about reading fan fictions, like, about BTS, you know, but then you understood, because I was like, it's basically, like, the same thing as, like, imagining the scenarios, except, like, you don't have to, and so it's basically the same thing as imagining the scenarios, but I'm writing them down, you know, so, like, I feel like you'll understand. I know it's embarrassing, but at the same time, like, it's, like, it makes sense, and it's, like, fun. Like, it's not like I'm, like, so serious about it. Like, I'm just doing it for fun, you know? But, I haven't, like, posted anything, but I'm planning on, like, writing more and then posting, but I have, like, a whole chapter. I mean, a chapter, like, not, like, equivalent to, like, what, like, an actual book chapter would be, but, like, a, like, fan fiction chapter, so it's, like, not that long. It's only, like, 1,300 words, I mean, and, like, on Google Document, it's, like, 3 pages, but it's also, like, there's, like, a bunch of spaces, anyways, so it's, like, not that much, but, and then I have, like, part of, like, another scene that I had, like, it's, like, in the middle of it, so, but I was just writing it anyway, because it was, like, just, I was inspired at that moment. That was, like, after midnight, like, the, like, tiny, on, like, Friday, I guess, like, really late that night, I was, like, inspired about that one scene in the middle of it, and then the next day on Saturday, I was writing it for, like, the first chapter for, like, a while, and then I think I was reading some other fan fictions about Levi, and then, yeah, so that was my day that day. It's funny because I definitely told you, like, how after I finished it, I was like, man, like, time to follow these, like, Levi fan accounts on Instagram, and, like, time to, like, look at pictures of Levi and things like that, which, it's funny because I'm following, like, 4 or 5 Levi fan accounts, and that's a little embarrassing. Like, I hope somebody, like, looks and sees that I'm literally following, like, 4 or 5 Levi fan accounts. Like, it's a little embarrassing. But anyways, oh yeah, one of the things that I definitely didn't mention, because I was telling Andrew, I was like, I will be doing this when I'm done, you know, so I told Andrew too, but one of the things I definitely did not tell anyone is I was like, the other thing, like, I just will be reading Levi fan fictions, like, I already knew, and sure enough, I did do that very thing, so yeah, that's pretty funny, but, yeah, anyway, so basically I just started a Levi, fan fiction. So yeah, I'm like you, I should send it to you, but not to where you'd get any spoilers, but, like, the thing I have written right now, well, I guess the other thing isn't, like, none of it's, like, spoilers, so, like, as long as it's, like, not a spoiler, like, I should be sending it to you. Anyways, that's basically it. I'm, like, putting away clothing that's, like, on my bed right now. I guess since I'm doing that, I could tell you this other thing I was gonna say. Basically, there's this boy, and I think he's kind of cute, and he's been, like, my hallway crush, I feel like, for the year, but also, it's funny because I didn't even tell Emily, because I was mainly scared that, like, I kind of thought he was, like, maybe a freshman, to be honest. Like, I was a little scared, but he was, like, tall, but, like, I don't know, he just looked kind of young, so I was just kind of, like, trying not to think about it and things like that, but we got our yearbooks, and he's actually a junior, so I was like, okay, like, only a year younger, like, go off me.
So then, whenever I was at Brahms with my mom, Emily, and Miss Boyd, I was like telling everyone, I was like, it's funny, Emily, I didn't tell you this because I thought he was like possibly like young, like a freshman, but there's this boy, and we pass by him like often in the hallways, and I think he's cute and things like that. And she's like, oh my gosh. So I pointed him out the next day, and yeah, and then like we were saying like I should like talk to him and things like that. And then like later I was saying to Miss Boyd, like saying something like, what should I say or something like that, and then they were just saying things, and then I was like, what do you guys think is like the odds I'll actually talk to him? And then it was funny because Miss Boyd was like 15% and Emily was like 12, and it was like funny how they were just like, you're not gonna talk to him actually. But it's funny because I felt like I could have, like I was ready, but and so then it's funny too because I was telling them it was Tuesday after the dinner, I was telling them how I hadn't seen him in a while, but I saw him the very next day, Wednesday, wearing my grandma fit, so that's just really funny. Anyways, and so then Thursday I was wearing like a really cute outfit, and I was like, man, like boy oh boy, could I talk to him wearing this? But then I didn't get the chance, even though I think I did. Oh, it's funny, I did see him, and like me and Emily were starting to like pass him, but then we kind of like had this weird moment where we were just kind of like standing in the hallway and we just like changed direction where we were going. It was kind of like awkward, but anyways. Oh, but you know what happened that day though? I remember like I like looked at him, or like we were kind of like having a weird moment, you know? And so then we like changed the direction we were. I wish like I could like demonstrate what was happening. I hope you can hear me because I was definitely like hanging up clothing. But we were like in the hallway. We were basically gonna go one direction, but then it was like crowded, and so we were like turned the other way. Is like what happened. And but we were like stopped in the hallway for a little bit, and like we were going to go down the direction he was heading, like the opposite way, or he was like coming towards us and we were gonna go down that way, but then we changed to the other direction. But anyways, and so then I remember I looked back at him, or not like looked back, but like I looked at him, and he was like at that point like kind of next to me, and like I looked at him and he was also looking at me, and it was like I don't know, we just had a moment. Because, like, also, it wasn't as if we were, like, walking as we were passing each other, because we were, like 2 feet away, or not 2 feet, that's kind of, like, not that much, but we were, like, a good amount, like, apart, and we were, like, not, like, in front of each other where we could easily see each other. We were, like, to the side, so, like, my head was, like, turned, and, like, his head was, like, turned looking at each other, you know? So, yeah, but maybe he was just looking at me because we had that whole moment. It's funny though because I feel like he's looked at me before, and I'm like I feel like we've had like eye contact before, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe my ego, I'm like, man, like I'm probably also his hallway crush, like things like that. But maybe he just looks at me because I look at him and he thinks I'm creepy. Maybe he just thinks I dress weird. Maybe he has a girlfriend, and because I sure was thinking that rapper dude was also possibly a little bit not into me feels like weird, but like I don't know, noticing me, like attracted, like whatever. So maybe I'm just conceited, and all these boys just be thinking I look weird. So yeah, and okay, and so anyways, and so Friday I was feeling like I was gonna talk to him on Friday, because also this is like kind of funny and irrelevant, but I'm sure I told you like a long time ago, but last summer at church camp there was this boy named like Bennett, and I thought he was cute, and I told him, I was like, hey, like I think you're pretty, and then he was like, oh, I think you're pretty too, that whole thing. Well, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was like wanting, like I was like noticing he was cute for like a while, and like kind of wanting to talk to him for a while, which I guess not that long, because like church camp lasts like however long it does, like 3 days. But like on the second to last day, like the next day was just like we eat breakfast and leave. I did talk to him, and I was wearing the same blue dress that I was already planning on wearing on Friday. And so I was like, so basically it's like fate, like I have to talk to him on Friday because I'm going to be wearing the same blue dress. And but then it was the whole thing with like Emily, and so like there just really was not a chance. Actually, there were two chances, in fact, because we walked into art, and then she was like, we should just leave because she was like crying and things like that. And so we were like, can we go to the counselors? And he was like, yep. It's funny because like Emily's had like 2 breakdowns in that class, and we've asked to go to the counselors multiple times. Most of them were to chat, but like those 2 were like because like she like needed to go, you know. And so it's funny because like the second to last time we asked, we were fine, we were just wanting to chat, but he was like, yeah, like go, like, and he was like very like cool about it. And it's funny because we were joking, like he probably thinks we just like have issues and things like that. And then like after today too, it was just like funny because we were like, he just like does think we have issues probably, especially Emily. But anyways, but so we left, and like the bell had already rung, but as we were walking, like the hallways were totally empty. We were down like the art hall, well, not the art hallway, not the one you think of, but like near the tech spot thing, like that hallway, we were going down it. And the boy was walking there, and like and it's funny because Emily was like low-key crying, and like we passed him, like because he was like walking towards us and we were walking the other way. And it was just funny because like we were just the only people in the hallway, and I was just like, that is a little ironic, I will not lie. It just is kind of funny. And I just could not say anything because Emily was out there like crying, and she didn't notice that it was him, but I told her later, I was like, that boy was like him. So yeah, and he was on his phone. But it was just like really ironic. And then later when we left for after dance, we saw him again, and like I was like, oh, that's him. And then like she just said something like, I like am not really in the mood, but like if you want to, like you like still can or something. And I was like, I mean, I guess I'm like not going to like now. But it's also funny because like it's not like she needed to do anything, like she would just have to wait for a second. Not that like I care or anything, but anyways, I was just like really determined to talk to him that day, but then it just did not happen. So that's funny. And it's also funny because I just no longer feel determined to talk to him. Like I feel like that day like I really was going to, and now I'm like it doesn't really matter anymore. So yeah, anyways, that's all. I'm just code word is Jones butt cheeks, and Jungkook with blue hair, and Hail Namjoon's toes in open-toed shoes.